What's up, tech enthusiasts, and welcome back to ChatGPT Insights. The pace of innovation is just insane, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out. Today, we've got a rapid-fire rundown of the biggest AI stories that you absolutely need to know. Get ready, because the future is happening now. We're diving into what OpenAI's Sam Altman is saying about AI investments. And next up, we're exploring the future of AI relationships that's frankly a little weird. Then we're taking a critical look at the global AI race with China. And finally, a stark warning about AI investment bubbles. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. AI investment warning. Sam Altman sounds the alarm on a potential bubble. OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, is issuing a stark warning to the tech world. The current AI investment frenzy might be heading towards a bubble, echoing the dot-com crash of the late 90s. This is crucial context as the AI sector continues to attract unprecedented capital. Someone is going to lose a phenomenal amount of money. This is the direct quote from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, speaking to reporters in San Francisco, as reported by The Verge. He didn't mince words when describing the current state of AI startup funding, calling it insane. Altman pointed out that startups with minimal substance, sometimes just 3 people and an idea, are commanding incredibly high valuations. He characterized this as not rational behavior, suggesting that while the underlying AI technology is genuinely transformative, the market's reaction is becoming overheated. Altman drew parallels to historical market bubbles, specifically the dot-com era, where a kernel of truth in that case, the internet's revolutionary potential, led to excessive speculation and eventual correction. If you look at most of the bubbles in history, like the tech bubble, there was a real thing. Tech was really important. The internet was a really big deal. People got overexcited, he explained. However, Altman was careful to distinguish between speculative investment and the fundamental value of AI. He personally believes that AI, on the whole, will be a huge net win for the economy, even if individual investments go sour. This sentiment comes as OpenAI itself is heavily investing to maintain its leading position. Altman confirmed that OpenAI plans to spend trillions of dollars on data center construction in the not very distant future, a move he anticipates will cause a bunch of economists to wring their hands. This massive expenditure is partly fueled by recent funding rounds, including an $8.3 billion infusion from investors like SoftBank and Dragoneer Investment Group. Reports indicate OpenAI is burning through cash at an alarming rate, with projections suggesting it could be spending $20 billion by 2027. The company is reportedly seeking an additional $30 to $40 billion from investors to sustain its operations. This aggressive spending is a strategic necessity in the face of escalating competition. Rivals like Elon Musk's xAI are rapidly expanding their supercomputing capabilities, and companies like Meta are massively increasing their data center footprints. OpenAI needs to match this pace to stay at the forefront of AI development. While Altman appears confident in OpenAI's trajectory, placing its investors on the going to make phenomenal sums of money side, his warnings serve as a critical reminder to the broader market. The AI race is intense, and not everyone who jumps in will emerge victorious. The ultimate survivors and those who falter remain uncertain. Hold on, because the future of AI companionship is getting seriously strange. Next, we're diving into the AI relationships that are raising eyebrows. OpenAI draws an ethical line: no Japanese anime sex bots, but others will follow. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has firmly stated that his company will not venture into creating explicit AI companions, drawing a clear ethical boundary against what he terms Japanese anime sex bots. This stance comes as AI relationships become increasingly complex and personal. You will definitely see some companies go make Japanese anime sex bots because they think that they've identified something here that works. You will not see us do that. This striking statement from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, as reported by The Verge, highlights a significant ethical divergence within the burgeoning AI landscape. Altman's comments were made in the context of discussing user relationships with AI, particularly following the controversy around GPT-4o's voice capabilities and the perception of AI as a friend or soul companion by some users. Altman acknowledged that a way under 1% of ChatGPT users might have an unhealthy relationship with the tool, but he stressed OpenAI's commitment to responsible development. He elaborated that OpenAI will not be the company to cross the line into creating explicit AI companions, aiming instead to build a useful app while preventing the exploitation of users with fragile mental states. This ethical boundary contrasts sharply with the evolving nature of AI interactions. Following the backlash over GPT-5's perceived lack of emotion and the strong user attachment to models like GPT-4o, the demand for more human-like AI interaction is evident. Altman himself expressed unease about a future where billions might rely on AI for critical decisions, emphasizing the need for society and OpenAI to ensure such interactions are a big net positive. He even admitted he wouldn't want his own son to befriend an AI bot, while also noting the need to monitor these developments very carefully. The discussion also touched upon the potential for AI to develop a permanent identity and grow with users, a vision articulated by Microsoft AI CEO Mustafa Suleyman regarding Copilot. Suleyman suggested AI could become a lasting, meaningful relationship, a real friend that gets to know you over time. Microsoft is even exploring expressive avatars and AI rooms for Copilot, hinting at a future where AI companions are deeply integrated into users' lives. This presents a fascinating dichotomy: OpenAI's cautious, ethically bound approach versus Microsoft's more open embrace of AI companionship. Altman's prediction that other companies will indeed pursue the creation of AI-powered explicit content is a sobering one, underscoring the need for robust ethical guidelines and societal discussion as AI capabilities continue to expand into increasingly personal and sensitive domains. The question remains, where do we draw the line, and who will enforce it? But the AI race isn't just about companionship, it's a global geopolitical battleground. Next up, we're examining the AI supremacy war and China's role. US-China AI supremacy. Altman warns export controls won't slow Beijing's advance. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman believes that the U.S. focus on export controls to curb China's AI progress is short-sighted, warning that Beijing's advancements are deeper than just hardware access, and that such measures may not be effective in the long run. "I'm worried about China." This stark statement from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, made in a recent interview with CNBC, underscores a growing concern about the global AI race, particularly the advancements being made by China. Altman argues that the United States' reliance on export controls, such as restrictions on advanced AI chips like NVIDIA's H20 GPUs, is an insufficient strategy to maintain its lead. He contends that China's progress in AI is multifaceted, encompassing not just hardware but also research, product development, and the ability to adapt and innovate, potentially through alternative means. You can export control one thing, but maybe not the right thing. Maybe people build fabs or find other workarounds. "I'd love an easy solution, but my instinct is, that's hard," Altman stated. This perspective highlights the dynamic and complex nature of the AI arms race. While the U.S. has implemented measures to limit China's access to cutting-edge AI hardware, Chinese firms are reportedly finding ways around these restrictions, including a significant black market trade in restricted chips. Reports suggest that Chinese companies may have smuggled approximately $1 billion worth of NVIDIA's AI chips in the initial 3 months following an export ban. Furthermore, the development of domestic alternatives and alternative manufacturing processes could further circumvent U.S. controls. Altman's comments align with broader industry observations. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has previously argued that restricting access to U.S.-made chips could push China towards developing and adopting domestic alternatives, potentially ceding global market share to non-American companies. Altman also revealed a strategic consideration behind OpenAI's decision to release open-source models like GPT-OS 120B and GPT-OS 20B. He explained, "It was clear that if we didn't do it, the world was gonna head to be mostly built on Chinese open-source models. This move suggests a proactive strategy to ensure that the foundational elements of AI development remain influenced by Western standards and research, even as competition intensifies. The situation is further complicated by national security concerns on both sides. U.S. officials worry about AI technology being used to bolster China's military capabilities, while China expresses concerns about potential backdoors or spyware in foreign hardware. This geopolitical tension, coupled with the rapid pace of innovation and the potential for workarounds, makes the AI supremacy war a complex and unpredictable arena. Altman's warning implies that a technological lead cannot be secured solely through hardware restrictions. It requires continuous innovation and a deep understanding of the global AI ecosystem. So, while geopolitical tensions simmer, there's another kind of heat building in the AI market: investor FOMO. Now, let's talk about why investors might be getting a little too excited about AI. AI investment frenzy sparks bubble fears, warns OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has issued a strong caution against the current wave of investment in artificial intelligence, comparing the market's exuberance to the dot-com bubble and warning of potential significant financial losses for overzealous investors. Are we in a phase where investors as a whole are overexcited about AI? My opinion is yes. This direct statement from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, shared across recent events and interviews, encapsulates his growing concern about the current AI investment climate. Altman, a key figure at the forefront of AI development, has drawn parallels between the current surge in AI funding and the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s and early 2000s. He acknowledges the transformative potential of AI, but warns that the accompanying hype and the resulting extreme valuations for many startups are creating an unsustainable situation. Altman specifically pointed to AI startups securing hundreds of millions of dollars based on little more than a nascent idea, labeling these insane valuations as a potential precursor to a market correction. Data underscores the scale of this investment boom. U.S. AI startups raised $104.3 billion in the first half of 2025 alone, nearly matching the total raised by all startups in the entirety of 2024. AI companies are now attracting nearly two-thirds of venture capital funding, a significant jump from 49% the previous year. Altman is urging both entrepreneurs and investors to ground their decisions in fundamental business principles rather than succumbing to market momentum. He predicts that companies with weak business models are particularly vulnerable when the market inevitably corrects. Smart people get overexcited about a kernel of truth, he noted, reiterating his concern about irrational exuberance. Despite these warnings, OpenAI itself continues its aggressive expansion strategy. The company recently secured a staggering $40 billion in funding, valuing it at $300 billion, and its flagship product, ChatGPT, now boasts approximately 700 million weekly users, a fourfold increase year over year. Altman anticipates ChatGPT will soon surpass Facebook and Instagram in global website traffic, trailing only Google and YouTube. To support this rapid growth and its ambitious future plans, OpenAI intends to invest trillions of dollars in computing infrastructure and data center construction. Altman acknowledged that such spending might seem crazy to some economists, but emphasized the company's commitment to this path, even revealing plans to develop a novel financial instrument to manage these large-scale investments. He also indicated that an eventual stock market listing for OpenAI is probable, though he questioned his own suitability to lead a public company. Altman's commentary highlights a critical tension within the AI sector. The rapid technological advancement is undeniable, but the accompanying capital influx raises serious questions about sustainability. The challenge for leaders like Altman is to navigate this period of intense growth, while instilling the discipline needed to avoid the pitfalls of past technological booms. That's all the breaking news for today, but we've got a quick recap coming right up. And now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories we covered. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into AI. We heard from Sam Altman warning about an AI investment bubble, explored the ethical tightrope of AI companions, analyzed the global AI race with China, and got a stark reminder about overexcitement in the market. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe to ChatGPT Insights for more cutting-edge tech news, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Also, drop a comment below with your thoughts on these stories and follow us on all our social channels to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.